Never count out Bill Balance. The 8-time Can-Am Grand National Cross Country champ has won 2 in a row and is slowly closing in on the series points leader Adam McGill. Can anyone stop Balance from winning 3 straight today? Racer TV is next. Hello everyone and welcome to Racer TV's coverage of the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. Jason Wygant giving the call from the Weekend Warrior Spartan GNCC in Sparta, Kentucky. Fans are in the pro pits right now hanging out with the top pro riders, getting to know them, but before you know it, it's time to get serious and go racing. A 2-hour cross-country race on the way today through the hills of Kentucky. There's Kentucky's own Bill Balance. He's won 2 in a row. He's the defending champ. He's slowly closing in on the series points lead. William Yoakley and Chris Borch there discussing the course conditions before we go into action. Brandon Summers, Chris Bithell. Summers, a great, consistent season so far. Bithell, the opposite, has had trouble just getting to the finish line this year. The National Guard is here to celebrate, but they're off the starting line as well now, though, because it's time to go racing, and racing we are here in Kentucky. And you see one of the Yamaha boys could not get his machine to light, but it was not Bill Balance. He's got your ITP hole shot, and I think that's Summers right in there behind him. So the Yamahas are up front early, and this is what Balance does. He gets good starts. He controls the pace early. Looks like William Yoakley's got himself a good start. Let's check in with Summers.
It's kind of different having one. Other than Florida, we had rain at all the others, and I think it's going to be fun going out there, and no rain, no mud, and seeing what everybody's got. And it should be a good day.
Bad start today for Chris Borch. He has been struggling, but a good start today for William Yoakley.
I feel good about today. You know, I like this Kentucky track here. You know, that we got. Looks like the ground's just perfect out there. The rain's missing us so far, but maybe a little bit humid out today, but it's all good. You know, been training hard. The bike's working good. Like I said, I like the track, so I feel pretty good about it.
Well, Yoakley has reason to feel good. He's a Kentucky boy as well, and he's chasing Bill Balance. This is like GNCC racing of old, especially with Balance up front.
I'm looking to go out and have a good race, kind of like it was here last year, and we was able to pull out a win here last year, so hope to put the Yamaha back on the podium again. We're going to get out and push hard and race with whoever's out front, but the last couple of laps we want to try to start working ourselves into the lead and try to get another win. We got a little bit of a streak going here, and we want to continue on with it.
Well, you can see these guys are just kind of learning this racetrack, feeling it out right now. No practice or pre-running allowed at a GNCC. So these riders are seeing these trails for the first time. You can see how rough it is already. It will get rougher as the day goes on. More machines riding over this terrain punishes these courses. But Balance right now is controlling. He's got Yoakley back there in second. And there's McGill, your series points leader, right there in third. That's a good position to be in. He can watch these guys. Comes Summers, and now the veteran, Matt Smiley.
Yeah, it's been a pretty muddy year so far, so I'm kind of looking forward to a dry one. Hopefully it ain't so dry that it's dusty, but the conditions are good, and you know I'd rather be riding in this.
Well, Smiley hoping to take advantage here of what everyone is hoping for, and that is dry weather. And here's the one taking advantage the most. It's Yoakley, and now McGill, and Balance. A mistake somewhere has dropped him back to third. And you can see a little more aggressive riding style from Balance. Wants to keep those guys in check. Then it's Summers and Smiley. No change on the backside of the top 5. So right now, Yoakley leading. Oh no, Balance has gotten back in front of McGill. Let's see what McGill has to say.
He's going to be a huge factor today. It's really going to show who's been training, conditioning, working out, and I've been training really hard since the last Millfield race. I come so close to getting another win. And I changed my workout up. I've been doing a lot more running, and I'm ready to go. And I'm just wanting to get that warranty bike back in the center. If that means I've got to run myself into the ground to do it, I want to do it. And my mind's ready, my body's ready, my team's ready, and we're ready to go out and get this one. So let's put that warranty bike on the center of the podium this race.
He needs that for the points. He needs another podium finish. Let's check in with Chris Borch.
I walked about a mile of it, and track looks beautiful out there. Looks like it's holding a little moisture, so it's not going to be dusty out there. So it looks great.
Through the pit row we go for the first time, and Bill Balance is pulling into the pits. and something is wrong with his machine. And they've just let McGill and Yoke, they've gone by. There goes Summers, and he's losing position very quickly. I'm not sure what's happening over there, but more and more working on the right side of the machine. And now we hear a report that he has a rock stuck in his shift lever. He's unable to shift. Yoakley takes a look over his shoulder. He does not see balance there. He's only challenged by McGill. Well, this is an interesting turn of events. The bad luck back on balance, and McGill can take advantage of the point standing today. But the veteran William Yoakley leading, that would make a lot of people happy if he could hold on to win this one. Let's check in with our youth race this morning. Lots of contenders in this one. We'll run a variety of classes out here. Our super mini class for 105cc 2-strokes and 125cc 4-strokes. We've also got 90cc classes and 70cc classes here in GNCC Racing. And we also divide those classes up by age. So something for everyone out here. All you got to do is have a quad sitting in the garage, come on out and race. You see this type of terrain? Surely you've ridden on something like this before. Josh Merritt led this one early. Matt Harris, Michael Spalding giving chase. There's J.D. Welch there in the number 4. These riders on the Cobra machines, but the majority of the racers are on the 90cc 4-strokes, and we had a couple of them going very fast today. Brody Livingood was doing exactly that, running up front early. Derek Robinson, Ryan Early. Look at these tight trees, and there's Robinson on the number 18 4-stroke, getting through there a little bit more quickly. And then Cheyenne Shadron, the girl on the limited modifications 90 machine, also moving toward the front overall. Eventually, Merritt was able to put the hammer down and pull away from his class and the rest of the riders overall, and Merritt on the number 2 was headed to an overall victory out here. But it was a surprise behind him, a 90cc machine of Robinson, and also Shadron, the female, ends up 2nd and 3rd overall today. Let's talk to the winner.
I was just riding as hard as I could, slowing down in the tight spots, and going easy on the bike sometimes in places.
And there it is. Josh Merritt takes the win. Well done for Derek Robinson, and Cheyenne Shadron showing the girls can definitely compete with the boys in GNCC Racing. We'll be back with more after this. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com. Welcome back to Racer TV. We have a new leader at this Grand National Cross Country race. McGill leading Yoakley now, and Brandon Summers back in 3rd. And he can still see those riders in front of him. That's a big difference. When you can see them, you can chase them. And it's Matt Smiley coming through next, and Jared McClure on the ATVRiders.com backed Honda Privateer machine, and Brian Cook, and finally Bill Balance. Balance led early. A rock in the shifter has slowed him down, though. Try to prevent that with the latest parts from Rocky Mountain. For today's Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com product spotlight, let's focus on storage, specifically on how to get all your riding gear to the racetrack. For starters, check out the ARC Medium Gear Bag. Measuring 25 inches long, 16 inches wide, and 18 inches tall, there are 2 separate storage compartments for boots and gear, and this bag retails for just $34.99. Or take a step up to the ARC MX 120 Gear Bag. Measuring 18 inches tall, 15 inches wide, and 35 inches long, it retails for $69.99 and features 3 large main compartments, 3 external pockets, and 1 internal goggle pouch to handle all of your riding gear. There's even a separate compartment ventilated with steel rivets to help keep your boots dry. For maximum convenience, check out the ARC MX 240 Roller Gear Bag. It also measures 18 by 15 by 35, also features 3 large main compartments, 3 external compartments, and an internal goggle pouch, and the ventilated boot bin. But this item rolls, making it just that much more convenient when packed heavy with gear. It retails for $79.99. Welcome back to the action. Adam McGill beginning to extend his lead, and this is exactly what McGill needed. Some bad luck on the last lap of a race 2 weeks ago at Loretta Lynn ended his win streak. Then he barely finished 2nd behind Balance at the last one, but he's pulling away midway through this from Yoakley and Summers and the rest. McGill looking to start a new win streak of his own and extend that points lead. He really needed to have some good luck today, and so far so good for him. Now it's Smiley, but you see the field beginning to tighten up behind him. McClure, Cook, and Balance. And you know Balance will not be patient back there for long. And then Brent Sturdivant, a good run here on the LTERacing.com Can-Am. McGill pushing the pace, hooting and hollering as usual. He always has a good time out there. and he is beginning to leave Yoakley behind. And again, when you can't see the guy, it's hard to chase him down. So that's the kind of damage that McGill is doing at the moment. And just as soon as we say that, McGill has made a mistake, and Yoakley is back in the number 1 spot. Summers still in third, so McGill tried to make a breakaway, and it did not pay off. Going to have to put all that work forward again. So Yoakley, past the National Guard Honda pits on that Roll Designs Honda, has got that thing hooked up and flying. McGill goes through. Summers is going to pit, and he's going to lose a little bit of time there. He had worked very hard to keep Yoakley and McGill within sight. Looks like he's in and out, still in third place, and here comes Balance. He has worked his way past a lot of riders to try to get back in contention. 2 laps down, 2 laps to go here in Kentucky. Yoakley and McGill. Then Summers out of the pits and still into the number 3 spot, but Bill Balance in 4th. Look out. Can McLaurin Cook hitch a ride with him? Stay tuned. We'll find out. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com. Welcome back to Racer TV. Let's check out the action from our 2-hour GNCC morning race. The utility and 4x4 classes started out today. You got Michael Swift leading in this 4x4 limited division. You see Swift, as his name implies, is very, very swift, and he's leading right now. Cliff Beasley in the lights class, that's 500cc 4x4s, comes through next. And then the battle in the women's class, and what a battle we have had this year. Angel Atwell in the lead so far. Each race, the women's class starts in row 2, and a different 4x4 class gets a shot at the overall. So today, Atwell and the rest of the women's division has to try to run through that 4x4 limited class. That's 4x4s with limited modifications. And here's Tracy Checo, the defending women's class champ, trying to run Atwell down. And you can never count out Mike Benson on that Kawasaki KFX 700. The V-twin is certainly a potent force. That's in the utility unlimited division. So you never know who's going to win the overall in these races. But the battle for the class is really where it's at here for Checo and Atwell, both battling for that women's class championship. They've been exchanging wins all year long. Atwell trying to maintain her early lead. Normally, Checo's the one getting the good starts. Today, she's having to play catch-up. Meanwhile, Swift continuing to do damage up front on that Outlander 800. And you can see there are truly classes for everyone out here in GNCC racing. Take it through the mud, take it through the trails, whatever. Checo working her way past Atwell now. Atwell, though, you see picking up the pace, going to try to work back toward as they fight their way through these trees and now through some lap traffic. It is a wheel-to-wheel battle with Atwell and Checo. Both of the women running full-on race prep 450s. But today it's the Yamaha 450 of Tracy Checo getting the win. She had to earn that one coming from behind. And this lady's got herself a victory.
Oh, yeah, you know, and I tell you what, I had to really work for this win. This overall was really, really tough to win today. Once I got out front, man, I just gave it all I had to keep that overall.
And she's got it. The champagne flies. There's Atwell to her left. You know Atwell will be back trying to get some revenge at our next round. Back up front in our afternoon race, William Yoakley. We have not seen William lead this many laps for a long time in our series. Is he getting tired? Is he feeling the pressure, or does he like it? Meanwhile, Bill Balance has put Brandon Summers behind him, another rider on Balance's list, and he's checked him off. So Balance back up to third. Then it's Summers and Smiley and Cook. And you know that Smiley and Cook would have loved to have hitched a ride with Balance to the front, but he has put a little bit of distance on them. There's McGill trying to work Yoakley over. Had a line picked out, could not take the lead though. Here is McGill again in the open section. He's putting pressure on, and you know they've got to charge because here is Balance, and he's closing the gap. Man, at mid-season, this guy really comes on strong. Summers come through next, but I'll tell you, even with the bad luck that Balance had today, he has put himself right back in it. He has closed up to the rear wheels of Adam McGill. What a charge by our defending GNCC champion. Summers comes through next. Yoakley picking up the pace on his National Guard Honda, trying to get away from McGill and also from Balance. Now, those guys went past the pits. They have to have known that Balance had trouble. They've got to be wondering how he closed the gap. Then you've got McLaurin and Cook trying to fight their way into the top 5. Cook has been very consistent this year. He's toward the front of the point standings. He needs to finish as far up front as he can. Now Balance has put McGill behind him. I cannot believe it. Balance has overwhelmed McGill, and now he's in second, and now he's in the lead. Unbelievable what our defending GNCC champion has done. No excuses today. He had to work his way from the back of the top 10 to the front at the end of lap 1, and he has gone all the way to the number 1 position. Woo! Oh, Balance overcooks it coming into his pit area. Almost missed the pits. That is how hard he is pushing right now. Summers comes through next. What happened to Yoakley? What happened to McGill? So a big change in the running order. Then it's Cook, then McClure. Perhaps we missed Yoakley in the pits, I'm not sure. Brent Sturdivant making it look good there on that Can-Am. But right now, with a lap to go, the damage is done. It is still Yoakley, though, in second, but will he be able to catch Balance? I'm not sure. The champ has come from a long way back to take the lead. He might just have worn everyone else out. Stay tuned. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com. Welcome back to Racer TV. This is what is essentially a victory lap for Bill Balance. Had the hole shot, had the lead, had to stop in the pits for repairs, has come all the way back. William Yoakley is in second. Brandon Summers, I believe, is the man to watch. He conserved his energy early, and I believe they've just worn Adam McGill out. Adam put on a big charge midway through. Well, he's still hooting and hollering at the camera, but he put on a big charge, got the lead, pulled away, then made a mistake, and had to put in all that work again. And I don't know if McGill has anything left here in this last lap. The heat and humidity, like everyone said, is going to be a big factor. Oh, no, McGill is still on the gas. Maybe he can make a run for the podium, but no one's going to run after Bill Balance. He has left them laying in the ditch. He's riding all by himself right now. Has to get through a few more riders in some other classes, some slower traffic. They wisely move over and let Balance come through. Here comes Yoakley in the number 2 spot. The 2 Kentucky veterans looking to go 1 and 2 today. And the rookie out of Ohio, Brandon Summers, whose dad owns an ATV race shop, GT Thunder, is in 3rd. Then it's McGill in that FRE Factory KTM. It's a first-year effort for the KTM race team. But the standards have been set very high now that McGill had won 3 races in a row midway through the year. And now, 3 losses in a row. They're not going to be happy with that. Here comes Yoakley, here comes Summers. And you hear Summers up on the rev limiter, trying to get the other riders to move out of the way. McGill digging down deep now, trying to run back to a podium position. Then it's Cook, then McClure. Back to our leaders. Balance still leads Yoakley. And Summers is right there. Summers is on the rear wheels of Yoakley. Oh, and now McGill is out. Something has gone wrong. And in the KTM pit, Adam McGill suddenly sees a 4th place or maybe even a 3rd place from his grasp. And that's a lot of points.
Just running some bad luck today. Actually, it wasn't nobody's fault. It was just some dumb luck. Broke the sprocket bolts on the rear that hold the rear sprocket on, and it was one of them things that you know all you can do is just change it to keep it from happening, but it can still happen at any minute. We're running these special rock guards that we've got, and they work great, but that's one of the downfalls, that you could actually break the bolts off. So I don't know. I'm just going to go home, get my stuff together, get everything gathered up, and do some more training. Do some more training, some riding, and hopefully get this KTM back on the podium where it belongs. And yeah, there ain't going to be no more of this stuff. I'm done. I'm tired of it. This KTM's going to the front. It's going there fast. So you guys better watch out next race.
Oh, man, a heartbreaker for McGill. He's now looking at 2 DNFs in the last 3 races, and suddenly Bill Balance has not only come from behind in this race, but in the points as well. Summers has gotten around Yoakley, and I think Summers played it smart. He did not ride over his head early. He conserved his energy, and on a hot and humid day, the Yamaha boys wore everyone else down, and Bill Balance, with the Kentucky fans cheering in the background, has won 3 in a row in the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. And Brandon Summers strutting his stuff. The endurance was a factor today, and the youngster out of Ohio finishes in 2nd. William Yoakley going to take 3rd today, but Bill Balance has got himself a victory and the points lead as well. Let's check in with the champ.
We got Yamaha got us another hole shot. Between me and Brandon on the 2 Yamahas, it seems like one of us is getting the hole shot all the time. But got out front, had a little trouble on the first lap, had a rock hit the foot peg and locked my back brakes up. But stopped in the pits, mechanics got it fixed, and put our head down, charged from about 8th place, and finally got to the lead into the last lap and pulled away for a win here in our hometown.
And Yoakley's happy. He's a Kentucky boy as well. He takes 3rd, and he's talking to Brandon Summers down there. Look at Summers with a full shave job to just try to keep the heat away. Summers, he beat the heat. He ends up 2nd. Well done. Yoakley, Cook, another solid ride there in the top 5. McClure, 5th. Brent Sturdivant is 6th on the Can-Am. Best run of the year for him. Smiley, Borch, another disappointing day back in 8th. Could not move forward like he would have liked to. He ends up in 8th. Let's go and review this one. It looked like it would be Bill Balance's day. Soon, Yoakley and McGill took over when Balance had to stop in the pits for some repairs. Then McGill put on a sprint. Looked like he was going to try to pull everyone and move on to his 4th victory of the season. He made a mistake and got pushed back to 2nd. That left William Yoakley up front, but the whole time Bill Balance was putting on a charge, working his way forward. Finally, he got around everyone in front of him and improbably came from 8th to 1st to take the lead. Summers would fill out the 2nd place position. Yoakley consistent in 3rd. The heartbreakers for the points leader McGill, who ends up not finishing with mechanical troubles. That puts Bill Balance in victory lane and into the points lead. Can anyone stop him from taking a 9th straight GNCC championship? You'll have to keep watching Racer TV. For everyone here, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching.